All right, hey Mitch.
Hello.
It's been a couple of months since you were in LA, right?
Yeah, we'll say that.
Yeah, we'll say okay.
We'll roll with it. I am not homeless and stolen the McDonald's Wi-Fi and just only have a microphone and somehow a laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're doing well. You're doing good considering.
Yeah, I'm pulling my weight.
Yeah.
Still waiting when I'll get back home, but we'll work that out.
Yeah.
I haven't gone, sucking dick for money. No, that ain't me. No,
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I hear you can get a lot of diseases that way.
Yeah, I just like a nice wine tasting. I taste the product.
Semen sampling?
No. It's
right.
It's simply just a wash and then a spit. That's
right.
why
There's no swallow. It's a.
That's why they call me Mouthful Mitch.
There you go. Anyway, it's been a while. It's been a couple weeks since the Escape to LA series went out, and that's the That was the kind of like, I don't know. Our primary objective on the road trip was to have a good time, and
Absolutely.
then the secondary was we had a video series planned out since like April of 2019.
Yeah, we had the idea after me and you planning to just go on a road trip, and then we thought of this nice little ditty, and kind of went along with it as the trip, as we progressed through the trip, essentially.
Yeah, it kind of grew. I mean, there was a lot of pre-planning. There's a lot of pre-planning, and I couldn't believe that we were able to execute it. Actually, I thought like at some point we were just gonna like not want to film anymore, and we definitely got there at some points where we were like, I don't want to do this, but we pushed through.
Yeah, we. I felt like. In the beginning, we were like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, dude!" Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Shit. And then, like, I think around the 6th or 5th day, we're like, "Oh wait, fuck, we still have to do baby or fucking road trip chit chat today." It's like,
oh yeah,
that happened a lot. We were like, "Oh shit, it's like 12 over there."
Yeah, but anyway, we filmed it all. I landed in LA, and then over the next couple of months being in LA, living there, I was editing these episodes together and put them out right before Halloween. So I wanted to do a watch through with you because we did this together.
I'd be delighted.
Chat about kind of what was like a vloggy thing and what like started to become more scripted stuff, and just kind of some of the behind the scenes, some of the special effects you might not notice, some of the stuff you might notice, and just like kind of generally why we did this in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice little nuggets, little behind the scenes. Unveil the curtain a little bit to show what we were thinking at that time or with each part. Yeah.
So back to back, this whole thing's about an hour long. It's segmented into 6 episodes, but we've got it set to watch all the way through. Are you ready?
I am very much ready. Let me
grab a nice drink. Maybe some snacks to enjoy. I got me. I usually crack me open a cold one when I want to sit down and do one of these. So
yes. Ooh. My preferred choice is orange juice and toothpaste. So, cheers.
Ooh. It's a good mix of vitamin C and also cleaning your teeth.
You don't know when the next dick sucking is.
All right, let's hop into it.
Let's just jump into it.
Hell yeah!
Wow. Oh.
So this is the intro for the first episode is. This intro took me forever to make. It took me like a couple weeks actually. I wanted it to be pristine. And if you notice, the name Corey lasts a frame longer than the video. I got pretty upset about that.
I absolutely love the fucking intro though. It's very I thought I was like, holy shit, like damn, this is some top tier like movie making, baby making shit right there.
I wanted it to be fun and then also kind of hint at the chaos that was to come. So you get a little bit of that in the intro, especially with the like inverted coloring and the kind of like mixed matched just imagery that's wild.
Yeah.
So it was it was my baby for a couple weeks, was that intro specifically.
It's your babe.
He stole $200 from me, so there's Bradley.
Do you miss Bradley?
I kind of miss Bradley. I miss having that push to do something, you know?
that motivation of
love. Oh, here's the first hint. The music swells here.
He's gonna be coming. Oh, there he is.
And then the music cuts out, right?
Yeah.
And you get that like beep. There's a bit from the intro. And the music swells there, and I wanted it specifically to hint at that Mitch is going to be very important throughout this whole series.
Yo, I didn't notice that until you did point it out, and then when I rewatched it, I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Damn, that's a really sneaky, good detail right there."
There's a couple things I hide like that. For the majority, the first episode is mostly a vlog. It's supposed to be a red herring. Like the first episode is supposed to make you think the whole series is just gonna be this, and it kind of just is a palette setter. Or it's a tone setter. Like this is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, like this is what we're heading. This is what like our envision is. Like of course, like in this scenario.
Yeah. Rest in peace. I did not do this throughout the whole series. The first couple episodes, I do tell you what town and what city we're in, but I failed to be consistent with that. Also, the Dutch angle stuff. You did a lot of that.
Yeah, that was like a joke because of Fredonia, because I think I asked about like their promotional videos for the website that they had got, right? Right. And I was wondering, what the fuck is that angle? And you're like, oh, it's a Dutch angle. I'm like, all right, dope. And so when Corey asked me to roll beef footage, I thought it'd be funny to do that while we were in Fredonia and stuff. But then the joke I just kept thinking it was funny, so I kept going along with that bullshit.
Yeah.
So it was like a whole week of me doing Dutch angles for beef.
It was a lot.
It was so much.
I watched all the footage.
Yeah.
Like I ingested every frame.
How much of beef roll footage was there?
Okay, so we have an hour. Okay, we have a 10-minute. Each episode's about 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
But I was very upset at that scene. But I was actually genuinely upset when you were filming me in the bathroom.
No, I felt.
But you knew that.
Yeah, I knew that exactly. I was like, I think I was just like fucking around, and then I just walked inside and be like, "How you doing in there?"
Yeah, this is my Casey Neistat moment. Just let's do some fun time lapse and make it look cool.
Not to mention the nice famous Casey Neistat wave, except we are waving at the camera instead of the camera waving at the people.
Yeah. Okay. What was I talking about? The footage. Yeah.
Wait, the Dutch angle footage.
Each episode, when I put down like the footage, because I put it chronologically, like first shot of the day to the last shot of the day, I just throw that in the timeline. That would be about generally 40-50 minutes long.
Yeah.
And I would chop that all down to 10 minutes. So there's a lot of the Dutch angle you see in this episode and the couple Dutch angles you see after this are probably only 5 to 10% of all the Dutch angles.
Oh shit. God damn it.
I do remember there being a lot and me going like, I gotta cut this one, it's fun, but I can't.
It's too much.
Also, rip this video quality. My front-facing camera on my iPhone is like atrocious.
Oh yeah, our first road trip chit chat was like fucking. It was a good start. Like it was definitely like just we're just going for it. We never did this before. We never really like had a radio show, a podcast. What would you call that? Carcast?
I guess something like that. Something like a carcast or a Comcast.
comedians getting coffee or some shit.
There you go. Yeah, something like that.
Some shit like that.
Lip syncing in the car.
Yeah, and then as we went along, I think we got better. I think we got certainly like more down to the science of it. With like having my phone out, having the camera be backwards, or like in the like the bottom end. I don't know cameras well, but yeah.
Yeah, it was progressively we got better at it, but it definitely was like
There's another one.
it was very rough. And then I would say even afterwards, this was my favorite bit. One of my favorite bits of the whole show was the fucking what's another word for like cereal and milk.
Yeah, like I think we were just I kind of remember this conversation. It was just like, what happens if we like slipped in like secrets in here, like just secrets in the B-roll footage. And
I like these like just these like comic relief moments. And the fucking chicken and ranch.
Yeah. Dude, it was really good.
Oh my god. I have that picture on my wall.
Oh,
yeah. I have these pictures pinned up on a cork board and hanging on my wall.
Ooh, hell yeah, dude. I have I have all the Polaroids like in my sketchbooks and stuff.
I have to say, your comic timing through this whole series was like amazing.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You consistently have very good comedic timing.
It's been 24 years of me doing that, ever since I was a baby.
You just needed someone with a good camera and like getting all the gold moments.
the gold, the riches, the juiciness of the comedic timing. Yes.
The juicy comedic timing. Yeah. There it is. Indiana. I think the next episode is the last time you see like a location marker like that.
I mean, I did enjoy though, like the Yellowstone and like the Badlands thing.
That's to come.
Yeah, it shows more of like a serious tone as it goes along. Cause like
I guess it's a tone. It feels more real than it is like goofy and colorful.
Poppy and cheery.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I pull this frame to the last episode. You'll keep that frame in mind. Keep that image in mind of Mitch. You'll see it pop up again in the last episode or the second to last episode.
Yeah, I saw that shit like in the in the blasts of images. It's just like, I don't know what day it is. It just goes back to that.
Yeah, it's just fucking.
I think.
We were stupid tired.
Oh yeah, no, it was like. It was definitely. Well, I think I explained here, but like super fucking tired. Like, it takes like a couple of days before you kind of get used to something. But me being sleep deprived and all that shit, I think I was just like, you don't know when day 2 and
I think coming from generally at home back in Buffalo, New York, I would go to bed around midnight, so I go to bed around like 12 a.m. And here, I think it was 8 p.m. but near Chicago, so we were an hour over. So my body clock was telling me it was 9 p.m. but I was forcing myself to stay awake. We were so tired. I slept hard that night too.
Oh hell yeah, it was really good. Oh fuck, I forgot the story behind this. You wanna explain how we almost had our shit stolen?
Oh god. Yeah, we went to get. Also, I love this comic bit. Is just each episode just kind of ends super stark. But yeah, when we were at the hotel room, we went to get some poke bowl.
Yeah.
Or poke bowl. I really don't know how to pronounce it still. Poke bowl. It's Japanese food. It was good. And we left. And when we got back, because we drove over and we drove back to our room, our door was wide open. Like, second story, our door was just swung open, and there was a woman just standing in front of it. And as soon as we rolled up, she just split. She like ran. She's like, so I thought, oh shit, oh fuck, our shit's got stolen. But we got up there, and as far as I still know, everything was still there, and nothing's gone.
Yeah, it was
Everything's
we checked.
okay.
I think we like checked for like under our beds for like
Yeah,
that
no.
crazy shit with like someone's under there with a knife,
Yeah.
or like we checked
were-
like lamps and shit for like cameras or like anything. Like we were just like, holy
I
shit.
mean, in this scene, I'm describing someone who's like trying to preach like the Bible, and you got homeless people kind of around the area, and it's like, yeah, you had a bunch of strange people around. It just we got paranoid very easily after that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
no. Like this part of Indiana wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst, but there was like rundown. There was like shut down restaurants around this red roof. There.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was like a bit of homeless people, and then it wasn't like something to be like, oh shit, but it was
Yeah.
definitely
There's
you
a
got-
little
you
corn
got-
motif right there.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
You see
Oh,
that tentacle-looking thing was actually, I believe, green, and I shifted it to yellow
Yeah, and
to
I
kind
think
of.
yeah, you were explaining to me it's like, oh yeah, I use that shit or use that footage like later on.
Yeah, you'll see it pop up in the second last episode as well. By the way, this was all after we had already gone to the Wiener Circle too, because we thought
Oh,
it was
yeah.
open.
No,
So
wait, was it?
no, it wasn't. We had to wait an hour, so we decided to walk to the beach and capture a bunch of this stuff. Bunch of muscular men.
Muscular.
And I believe this was after we ate at the Wiener Circle.
Yeah, it was. It was like we got a dog and shit.
Yeah. Well, not shit.
Well, we didn't get shit. Like, no, we actually had we got hot
But
dog.
yeah. But
There's
that,
no sh-
dude, I want those hot dogs again.
I want Chicago again. Just in general, just the city. That place was so fucking nice.
I'm gonna fly back to Chicago and I'm gonna like stay there a weekend or a week or something. It was super fun.
Oh,
Rest in
also,
peace.
this shit. We had a whole fucking improv bit.
Yeah, I edited a little bit. I wanted it to make it look like it was slowly degrading, because the actual video just cuts out in one frame.
Yeah.
Like it's all great and then it's black. So I was like, oh, I gotta show a little bit. I gotta make it look like things are like deteriorating and we don't notice it. But yeah.
I fucking
Actually
love
pretty
this
shame.
scene too. Just just to zoom in of just like Corey's getting ashamed.
That zoom in is second to the next kind of cut into my face when we're talking about the pizza.
Oh yeah.
You'll see it when it pops up.
Gee. Oh no, I saw. Oh fuck this guy.
That was just strange. I just was very uncomfortable that he was just standing there. I mean, he was doing him, but like,
He
Yeah.
just like did not give a shit. He could have stand
Yeah.
like easily on the side, but he decided the bench. The bench is
I mean,
where
he
he
was having a good
stands.
time, but it was unsettling to look at, right?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I was big dumb and wanted big pizza, like big.
Yeah. This is
We didn't get just a couple.
this is
Second-
the
second time.
number one zoom in. Just like,
Just
yep. Yep. We got a whole 12-inch.
I knew too instantly after that fucking like that face. That
Yeah.
face of like of just what the fuck did you do? the fuck
That
did
pizza
you?
was goddamn delicious, though.
Oh, absolutely.
I will
I
say
still
that.
am blown away by the turkey baster kind of fucking thing.
Oh,
Like,
they
I
were
didn't-
sucking out. Well, yeah, 'cause they were just sucking out the extra water.
Yeah, the juices and everything, and I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
what the
because
fuck?
it's like 2 inches deep, and they got a turkey baster, and they're pulling the extra grease and water out that would otherwise just make it a soup. This Wisconsin.
It's Wisconsin,
But,
home of the potato. Wait, no, cheese. It's cheese.
yeah,
It's
Idaho
cheese.
is the potato.
Idaho's potato. Fortunately,
Yeah.
we did not get potatoes at Idaho.
No.
No.
So I believe this is actually the playground that I would visit when I was a youngling, and we were driving from Minnesota to New York. Because in my former years, I lived in Minnesota for about 4 years, from second
Yeah.
grade to 5th grade.
There he goes.
Yeah, 2nd grade and then to the end of 5th grade.
Good landing.
Wait.
God, that was fucking.
So it was pretty sweet.
You wanna head back to
But
Let's do
I
it.
really wanted to leave in the woman who was hearing us talk about the deep dish pizza at that parking lot.
Oh yeah.
Because I had to cut that. It was just adding too much. It was like a minute long, and it didn't really help. But
of
this
that-
woman was listening to me and Mitch talk about the 12-inch deep dish pizza we had from Chicago in the back of our car.
When does it close?
and it's just sitting there, and she's just giggling the whole time.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We were just talking about, yeah, and she was just like having a good ass time, just like hearing us like be like, you fucking bought a 12-inch or 12-inch deep dish pizza. It's gonna get everywhere. It's like, don't worry about it. We're gonna like, it's gonna be all good. It's got a box, you know. It's like it won't do anything.
Cardboard is very flimsy though.
It is. It's very flimsy. Also, it's not absorbent. It's straight up not. Also,
This
that
cheese is very good.
That guy was the person that was helping us was super helpful. I don't know your name, person, but if you're somehow watching this video for whatever reason, you're a great person, you're a great man, and thank you for the cheese. Even though I bought the cheese, but thank you for the cheese.
Yeah, if the guy from Imagination remembers a homeless man and his cameraman
And his son.
and his son coming in to film,
Yeah.
we thank you for your help.
Yeah, we thank you for, even though we came in like 10 minutes before close.
Yes.
We salute you.
We salute you very much because you're very helpful. And
Yeah,
we were
for-
very obviously in a rush to get just any cheese.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I forgot about the question I asked that man until right now, where I was like, which cheese is from Wisconsin? And he's just like, well, about 90% of our cheeses is from Wisconsin. And I'm like, yes, of course.
You completely just pinned yourself as not from here.
Yeah, and I'm glad I did, because then it was just like, at least he knew. At least he knew where we were coming from here.
Yeah.
And then lucky enough, there was like a taste of, oh, that's what happened. That's what was becoming like,
Oh, yeah.
the other thing too, was like there was a taste of Wisconsin going on. And so,
That's what
Funny.
made parking a nightmare.
yeah, it made a fucking like travesty trying to like get in there and shit. Also,
Okay.
this
I
place.
just want to say, out of everything I did to edit these episodes together, I think subtitling Austin was the longest process.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple things he says I wasn't so sure what he was
Yeah.
saying, because he cuts out. So I would either cut that section of the video out to avoid confusion, or do my best to like piece together what I think I hear and what he's talking about. Ugh. Took me quite a few days.
So was this like the second tier? Like obviously the first tier was the intro, but then the second tier was probably editing Austin.
Yeah, intro was its own creative process. This was just tedious and boring, and it just took me a while to get through.
Yeah.
Because I think I sat down one day from like lunch until like 9 p.m.
Oh
and
shit.
I was just doing this,
Yeah, absolutely.
and I would take breaks periodically, but yeah, I think the majority of my time, because there's also some I think there's some subtitles that I ended up cutting. Like I cut part of the video, so I cut some of the subtitle work I did.
Fuck. So it's like, it's just one of those moments where you're just like, fuck.
Also,
like,
I gotta commend you. I didn't realize until after when you inserted the corn questions.
yeah.
I didn't realize until like after we were done recording. They're like, oh
Oh.
shit, Mitch was talking about corn. He's kind of bringing the theme back up.
Yeah, it was kind of like I was weaseling it in there, because obviously, like, I didn't give a shit about corn. I just thought like, I just
Well,
wanted to try to like have it some part like alluding to like, or like foreshadowing to like what's to come.
Yeah, and if you look back when you mention it, I laugh at you because I think I thought it was a strange question,
Yeah.
but only now do I realize that you had the video's interest in mind.
Yeah, it had the wheels turning. I probably would have asked a better question if that actually was if I actually was trying to like get to know California a little bit better. Though,
Yeah.
I wanted to say this Airbnb was like the nicest like place.
It's the best Airbnb I've ever stayed at. Oh, before
Yeah.
I forget, I asked Austin to send me a picture of his face because I didn't want to do a stupid one and him be upset with it, just because
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure he was cool with it. And he sent me this one, so I was like, perfect.
Yeah,
It's the one
I
I
didn't-
planned on doing, but I wanted to make sure.
you wanted to like know that.
But
it's
yeah,
like,
this
all
Airbnb
chill.
was Airbnb was
pristine.
nice. It
Oh, yeah,
was
this
a
lady
big
was-
house.
Yeah.
This lady's husband was an architect, and she ran it like a hotel. It was very nice, very clean.
Oh, also, I felt so bad for like this lady and like some dude, or like the dude when we were ordering the pizza. We're like, oh yeah, we're just like traveling, across country, and we're here in Chicago.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah,
oh yeah, it's like, yeah,
We're just zipping through, but
yeah, but like he was suggesting places like, oh, if you want sausages, you go over here. If you want like other pizza or some shit, like, or no dogs, like you go to this place. And like how we were mentioning, we're going to the Wiener Circle and everything.
Yeah, and he's like, you got to go at night at like 9 p.m. And it was like, oh, we're not gonna be here at 9 p.m.
We're not gonna be here. I'm like, we're sorry. And then like yeah, the lady that we were at the Airbnb was like, oh, if you're in Minnesota, we're at St. George, I think. I forgot which city we were in, but it was like near Minneapolis.
St. Paul.
St. Paul, that's what it is.
Yep.
And then they were like, oh, you should go to like the third biggest fucking county festival here. And all that shit. And we're like, fuck, man, we're so sorry, we can't.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, all right.
Absolutely.
But no.
we were like, we pretty much were like,
I consistently, whoever I show, they tell me this is their favorite part of the intro. Is the fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah. We were just fucking around. I think we were like, what were we doing? I think we were just seeing like the playground and everything.
Yeah, this is the playground I used to play at. This is the place I lived for 4 years in Minnesota. And I don't know, that was just a good you, me, like a two-shot of us doing the same thing. So it's like, Corey, here's Mitch, and here's Corey. Yeah. So I was like, that's perfect for the intro.
It was a good-ass time.
I think these car crash bits and these like speed bits are some of my favorites.
It's really good.
I wish I did more of them, but I really didn't do a lot of them.
I think they were like really nicely put in. Like every like comedic timing or just like us fucking around. Essentially, they're just like the trip in general. I thought we were really well placed in all that, and then obviously when it gets darker, that was really. I guess what I'm trying to say is you did a really good job, Corey. Oh,
thank you.
That's what I'm getting at with this rant.
I tried to do both you and me justice because we worked very hard on this. It was like a big team effort to get all this done.
Oh yeah, no, it was like trying to figure out like, okay, what do we do? It wasn't really like scripted as much. It was just kind of like, what are we doing for like this day or like that day, and just kind of like, and there's another Dutch angle. And shit.
Yeah, that's actually one of the few audio edits I really like just threw in. I don't know why I threw in that scream, but I guess wanted to hint at it's getting a little weirder now, and it's getting a little bit crazier.
Oh yeah, definitely with like the music tone where it's just like this really odd beat, and then like the fucking goddamn windmills.
Yeah, I think this was the first really scripted bit because you have corn, you have frozen corn on your knee, and you're pretending it's an ice pack.
Yeah, and then like that shit was like improv. That we did not write in like I have to get an ice pack, but instead of an ice pack, it's corn. I think it was like yeah, my knee just started to feel like to be like, hey, you want some pain in that shit? And I'm like, no. Yeah. And my knee's like, too bad. And so I was like, shit. So I think we were at a Target for I forgot what, but
we're getting a couple things.
Yeah, I think like a couple supplies, and I decided. I think we were walking near the frozen food aisle, and I thought it'd be funny just to get a bag of corn.
Yeah. So it was scripted in the sense that we were planning this is not going to be just a vlog bit, but this is going to be building towards the theme, which is corn.
It's corn.
And Mitch kind of being sucked into it. But,
slowly but surely being enveloped with corn.
Here we go.
Here it is.
This took me a while to edit too, but I got a copyright strike for this music, which is funny. It's Richard Strauss's Alpine Symphony, and Richard Strauss died 70 years ago September, so that means his music, as I understand copyright music to be, this is as much as I understand, his stuff is public domain, and the music was listed as free to use as like Creative Commons. So I'm still trying to get that back as of now. But
here it is. Here's the key moment.
Here it is. At this point in the music, they've reached the peak of a mountain. So in the story of the Alpine Symphony, they've reached the peak of the mountain. So I thought it was perfect for this kind of like Mitch reaches his climax.
You know, I also didn't realize I'm wearing like a little like Mount Fuji shirt.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's like a little mountain. But then also,
There you go.
this shot was really fun. A bit like me being involved, or being like,
Yeah. I spun around you like 4 times. I was like,
Yeah.
just don't move. Just look at the palace.
just look at the palace, and then there's like people and shit walking by. So I was like, trying not to laugh, being like, thinking thinking like those people are, where they just look at us and you're just like spinning around me, and I'm just like standing still.
You might also notice that the color of this is more yellow than the rest of the video.
Oh fuck, I didn't know that.
And in the episodes following this one, there's some I would call residual yellow in the color. In the post Corn Palace world, there's a good visual that makes it into the second to last episode. Both of those.
Oh yeah, and this shit. I love how you just put this shit in here too. Just.
I needed something honestly to bridge the music from the beginning point to another bit where I liked towards the end. And that was also just intrusive enough and crazy enough. I thought, it just works. It's just like this coin and then like a slam. So kind of like a build up. I cannot believe how many times they changed the exterior of this Corn Palace.
Oh yeah, no, it was crazy seeing like, like how it was 1892. Like
yeah,
this
it's every year or 2 years that they change the outside of this palace.
I thought this was like just built, like not obviously like built just yesterday, but more of like it was like only 100 years ago, not like 200 years of Corn Palace.
I got asked about this a couple times. Yes, the fire alarms did actually go off.
Yeah, this was not edited sound. This was like legit.
Yeah, a couple of people thought that I had like tracked and made sure that it looked like it was flashing. And add the sound in, but like it was like, no, we got kicked out because of the fire, but the fire happened actually halfway through our filming.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of pre-fire Corn Palace footage, and then post-fire Corn Palace footage that I just stitched together to make it look like it was all of us, all the whole time in Corn Palace, and then this is us leaving. When in actuality, we were just walking the parking lot to wait, and then we went back in.
Yeah. It was kind of cool seeing like I guess the fire department coming in and seeing like what's up.
Yeah.
Granted, we still don't know like what was the cause of it.
I think it must have been an accident. Someone probably burned popcorn.
Yeah, I think it was like the burnt popcorn thing. Also, that castle thing is deceiving. It's about Jesus. That was it.
The castle in the background is all about Jesus.
Because I thought it was like, oh, cool, like some medieval shit or something. No, it's just Jesus stuff. Yeah. And I was like, man.
You might notice here it's very blue and very green. Not very yellow and warm like corn.
I'm surprised how I did not get a disease.
From kissing him on the teeth?
Yeah, kissing this thing that's probably been touched by like thousands of people. Just straight up, like, did not catch anything. Did not even like get like a cold. Like
this
throughout the trip.
I'm also surprised you didn't get sick. But you do a lot of stuff that like leaves us thinking you're gonna get an illness, but you don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still I still keep that alive and well, and have yet gotten a disease or died. So,
I have to talk about this Airbnb.
Oh, this
Airbnb, hella nice, super nice, totally sketch.
Oh, absolutely. It was like fucking Midsummer, like Children of the Corn.
It was a half hour away from the highway, on a road that was not paved, in a little community this house was surrounded by a bunch of houses that were like breaking down. There was a woman outside just with a fire, just throwing shit on a fire. There's like a stone altar near this house, and it was just awkwardly very nice, surrounded by a bunch of houses that were not of the same quality. And I feel we were told the owners are Mennonites, which I guess is kind of just strange because it's a group of people you don't really know. Me as like the Roman Catholic person who grew up in like suburban areas, just not familiar with being out like 30 minutes from the nearest grocery store.
Oh yeah.
We thought we were gonna get stabbed that night.
Oh yeah. Like it was like miles before hitting like Mitchell.
Yeah,
Like
but
it was like a couple.
the Airbnb they did have like a bunch of reviews and a bunch of good reviews.
Yeah.
So that was all set and done. I felt like, okay, it's comfortable enough where they probably are fine and we're just overthinking it. This section right here with my iPhone was filmed after you left LA, after we made it to LA and you left home.
Oh, this was like added in footage.
Yeah, this was as I was editing it. Like I do love some of the glimpses you get to see into my life right there. Specifically the video all the way. So this, I actually happened to get lucky, and there was a thunderstorm happening in not Wyoming, in South Dakota, when I went to like see live footage of the Corn Palace. I was hoping we could go back to like archived footage and maybe get a frame of us out on the deck. But I think capturing a lightning strike was a little bit cooler.
Yeah, instead of me just like fucking having my arms out and just being like that's there he is, there's Mitch,
Yeah.
or like there's me, Corey.
But instead, I thought it would be spooky. I got really lucky with this storm happening, and I waited, I want to say 20 minutes to like get a screenshot of a lightning strike happening.
Yeah, it looks fucking dope. But then also explain how the guy from the Airbnb from
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
This is important. This is where I start to change the intro. There's corn right
fuck.
there. Like you'll see some corn texture and a little bit faint ghost corn. You might have seen the wipe there had some corn.
And then
I add a couple clips there that make it like look super creepy. You'd have to like stop, and then there's a little corn in the flash of the camera. I threw in some shit.
Dude, God damn it.
But yeah, the dude was like, I came down the next morning and he and his wife were speaking German, so I asked him, do you speak German? And he said yes. And I was like, oh, I want to say Danke schön, which I believe means thank you in German. I think someone told me it's Danke schön instead of Danke schön. Yeah, he said, all right. Like, I felt a little put down.
Yeah,
just trying to talk to him in the language he knows, and
yeah, kind of like a nice, like friendly manner, being like, "Oh, you kind of know like a little German." It was just kind of like, "All right," just like the cold shutdown and shit. You know,
absolutely, just like Danke schön. Yeah, all right.
Oh fuck, the buffalo hot dogs.
Those are pretty good.
Those are pretty good. It was a little bit gamey. Oh, that's a shirt
Yeah.
I have. I bought
There
a
you
lot
go.
of shirts of this trip. If you couldn't tell that I have a wiener circle.
Yeah.
Okay. Like every
this shot,
shirt
I
bought-
felt this shot was important to like. Mitch is becoming a little bit more animalistic, so this is a voyeuristic look into.
is he like-
here's the beast.
We're about to try some genuine.
But yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
did
those
buy
are-
a lot of shirts.
I did buy it. Yeah, I still have them.
There's
I
a
did
lot
not.
of fucking flies in this scene, though.
Oh yeah, there's so many fucking flies, like just around that table.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was also a nice bit.
Yeah, the corn. I bought that corn for me, but we decided it would be a good idea for Mitch to just like chow on the popcorn.
Just
And your tone is very obviously shifted.
shift. Yeah, just the difference between
Okay.
day 1 and day 4 or some shit.
Truly a life-changing experience was the Badlands.
Oh yeah, this was on a whim too. Like I think your cousin recommended this place, right? Like when we
Yeah,
were
Chelsea.
leaving.
Thanks, Chelsea, because it was. Also, I'm really glad you did a real good job just on the fly walking down to this like peak, because this left me with this awesome cinematic shot I really loved.
Yeah, this is like my favorite part, like cinematically or just like
this is
filmography,
the
or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Big bad land.
Yeah,
It's
I-
really good.
South Dakota. And I, guess
I just loved this place. Also, I didn't say a lot about it while we were there, so I felt like, how can I talk about it? I was like, oh, I'll do some post work, just add some voiceover.
Yeah, Just being like,
talk
hey,
to
here
Just
it
bridge
is.
it all together.
but I just
This is also where we did another
couldn't do it. It was so
comedians getting coffee kind of thing. This is where we did road trip chit chat as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just like at the parking lot near this shit.
I like these photos of you as kind of like, this is what Mitch used to be like. He used to be happy.
He
We used to
have
be
a-
happy. We used to be together.
Also when I was walking down there, that's when I immediately my fear of heights hit. Just
Yeah.
like looking over, like seeing like how deep these little cavern places go, and I'm like, oh fuck, nah, we ain't dealing with this shit today.
Threw me for a loop. You could stand at the edge of one of these things and you could see nothing below. There's no ground below you. It's just kind of like rock and earth opens up in front of you. It was amazing. But yeah,
Oh yeah, no,
I can tell
it was
you
super
were
cool.
You were really vicariously scared when I would walk to the edge.
Oh yeah, no, I was like Corey, no.
Waldrug was invading our consciousness for the past like 300 miles at this point.
Granted, that's what only happened at 300 miles in South Dakota was just these fucking signs that were just like wall drug. Like, some of them had things that were like 5-cent coffee, free water, donuts. Sometimes they were just fucking wall drug.
The important, you are drinking a can of corn behind me.
Yeah.
Just casually.
Drinking corn. Yeah. Oh, that's what we bought at Target.
Yes,
It
we
was a
had to buy the canned corn that you were
Had to
just swallowing behind me.
Oh, fuck. That was surprisingly it was not bad. Like corn
No.
juice. Would I drink it as a casual beverage? I wouldn't say so, but as
I
as
also
a nice,
love this bit. I also love this bit that you had where you like
Oh, yeah.
face the east back towards specifically back towards Mitchell.
Yeah, back to Mitchell, South Dakota.
But yeah, the corn juice wasn't bad.
Yeah. It's pretty. Oh yeah, we also threw it out. Sadly, we couldn't keep the can of corn. Primarily because fucking we had nothing to eat it with. But then also it's an open can of corn in a car, so I don't know if how.
Yeah,
how
that
well
wouldn't have
would
gone
go.
down so well.
Nah, there'd be corn all
Although
over that bitch.
we did keep the sweet corn in the bag in the car all day.
Waldrog is pretty cool.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! That's right.
That'll come up
we'll
later. That'll come up again
yeah.
later though.
God damn.
But for
Yeah,
now,
well-
Waldrug was weird
Yeah, it was kind of
because
surreal.
you got hyped up for like 8 hours, and then you get to Waldrug and it's big, it's crazy, it's wild, and it's like the biggest drugstore and the biggest like thrift this and that shop you've probably ever seen, but like they hype it up way too much.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I mean, like, I think this is the only thing in South Dakota that's like
Yeah.
like a destination place, like something to do in South Dakota.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, this is important. If you look up into the right, there's corn.
Oh shit! Did you edit that?
I did.
Or was that?
I have it fade. I had it motion track. That was the only After Effects shot in this entire series. I had it motion track in, and when it zoomed in, I had it kind of stick. This also took me a while. This whole edit.
Oh hell
I was
yeah.
like, I need something to wrap up this episode, so I was like, I'll throw in some just crazy visuals.
Yeah, like this bullshit. This is how I felt after Minor Brewing Company. That place was kind of dope. That's how I accidentally spent like, I think $60
Yeah,
or some shit.
Crazy.
Cause thing
that place was pretty awesome. I wish I could have drank more, but I did have to
had-
drive.
We've been trying
yeah, that was the flaw in our plan. I was like, oh wait, shit. So I had to down like 6 big shots of beer.
Yeah, poor Mitch. Poor Mitch.
Poor me. Oh no, I had to enjoy.
To get-
Oh fuck.
This was
shit.
also very scripted. This whole scene.
Yeah.
Obviously, what I'm saying is off the cuff, but yeah, this is all planned.
Yeah. This
And this is where that sweet corn comes into play.
yeah, and keep in mind, we did not refrigerate the sweet corn. So I couldn't
been-
like have it in my mouth so then you could see me spit it up.
Yeah.
We just had to do some nice movie magic of me already doing the deed.
Yeah, when you got up to walk over to the toilet, the corn had already been poured in and meticulously just popped on the seat. I also did a bunch of color correction. I really wanted to be bright and colorful corn, so I made those
Yeah.
yellows real bright.
Oh yeah, no, those things were like kind of bleak and then also smelled super rancid.
It was weird. It was that weird mix between. It still smells like corn and like sweet corn, but like it's changing. It's in the middle of changing into bad, rancid.
Yeah,
The
like
sugars
moldy.
are just moldy and corn.
Oh fuck. Speaking of going back to the Minor thing though, or Minor Brewing Company, we got cans of beer like because that's what they sold and we're like dope, but it's not like the typical like 8-ounce can. These fuckers were like 32 ounces. This is like almost like a liter. They were so big.
I couldn't finish my beer. I felt so bad.
I couldn't either. I think I put mine in the refrigerator, like the mini fridge of this hotel.
Yeah.
And it was a bit skunky, not gonna lie. It was not like as good as like when we had it that night, but it was still, it still hold up.
Yeah, it was good when I drank it, but I could not finish it. I left it in there for room service to drink if they wanted it.
Yeah,
If they want it.
If they want it, like some mate's like, yes.
He's like, to drink on the job, hell yeah.
I've been needing this shit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And
There's some corn right there and the texture. This is where you'll really see the corn.
Yeah.
In the intro.
It gets more noticeable.
It gets very noticeable.
Oh shit! That shit. The fucking Alexander Hamilton eating corn. God damn. And then wasn't like my shirt at the end of it just being like super saturated, like really yellow?
I left it, but you do see corn right there in the flash of the camera.
Ah, I see.
But I didn't want to touch your shirt.
Ooh. You touch it whatever you want, baby. Oh yeah, this
hell
shit.
Yeah.
This was in the morning.
This is the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
And it just is what it is.
Yeah. I think we were supposed to do it like last night, but we were like so tired and shit.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be an end of the day kind of thing. But I do think it does a good job of setting the mood for what's this episode. It kind of adds to this episode because generically not too much adds to the story in this episode. This is kind of just a continuation of Mitch going downward a little bit.
Yeah, more of a downward spiral of me and Corn. Oh yeah, and then we also had to figure out where Mitchell, South Dakota was.
Yeah.
In this shit.
And I think he pointed it in the wrong direction.
Have to go back.
Oh yeah,
the sun's
like
coming up the other way. The sun's coming up from the other way.
Fuck.
Go back.
But it's okay. It's all fine.
There.
No one knows what time of day it is.
Yeah. It could be like Sweden, where it's like where it's daytime, like 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah. So I had to do a lot of cutting out of you and me chatting in the car.
Oh yeah.
Because there was a ton of clips of just you and me having a good time while you were filming the B-roll. So I'd either cut out the audio or I'd cut out moments where like we were having a good time. I also cut out a bunch of your dialogue in the parking lot because you and I were joking around about Harry and joking around about everything in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. So I cut around a lot of your dialogue.
Oh yeah, we also had to buy. I think before this, we had to buy the costume I had.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
This next thing that happened was perfect for the tone you walking away, but I felt in the moment. I think we upset each other a little bit. It was like day 5, day 6, and I think I did something, and you were like, "I'm just gonna walk away," because I think I was getting upset, or I don't know.
No. I mean, like, I think I was just, like, looking around. I was just like, oh, I wonder what's over here.
Okay.
But I didn't notice you were filming.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, and I just kind of, like, and you were, like, you went back to me, and you're like, yo, I was kind of, like, I was doing a little, like, bit, but then you, like, walked away and some shit. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm so sorry. It's like, no, it was perfect.
I definitely was getting... I was definitely getting upset as the days went on and on, just because I think I was uncomfortable with, like, camping in Yellowstone. But that corn, though, I want to talk about the woman who stopped us and told us she was very happy we were buying veggies.
It's like, no, your kids these days don't really eat their vegetables. I'm glad you're really, like, getting your daily intake or some shit. And we're like, yeah. And then we put them, I felt so bad because she, like, walked away and then just put them all back.
Yep.
But yeah, Yellowstone was, like, an interesting time, though.
Yeah, it was a time Corey discovered a little bit of what he likes and what he doesn't like about Yellowstone.
Because
you were good. You were the rock the whole time.
Thank you. Because I was just like, I kind of expected it. It's like wilderness, woods, you're pretty much like away from civilization, even though you're like in the smack dab of good old US of A.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then for this we had to like do a double take.
I intercut a couple different bits, but I think I hide some of the cut. I hit a cut when you push me.
Yeah,
I hit a cut there, and I was looking. I swear to God, I was looking for hours for a good place to piece together the two best shots of you. Because walking towards you was really good, and the dialogue before it was good, but you did crack a smile at one point, so I had to cut to like post that.
Hey, Mitch.
And I think it worked out. I ended up doing.
Doing?
It ended up looking just fine.
Mitch, you cool?
This was no surprise. This was scripted.
Was this? Wait, I forgot. Was this actually correct this time? Where it was?
Yeah, I definitely made
shit.
sure.
Yeah, and then
It's over, man.
yeah, it was too funny because I just saw you just like walking up, and then just being like,
Mitch.
Mitch,
Dude.
Yeah.
Mitch, what you doing? And I'm like, fuck. Like,
You are also wearing the Corn Palace shirt in this, which was.
it was Mitch.
You remembered that.
Goddamn,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
I remember that shirt. I still have a shirt. I still have all the shirts.
Yeah.
Keep in mind.
I guess we're kind of on like
Yeah,
time crunch, but
there was the gift shop there, which was really dope. Like back in Mitchell,
Oh,
South
wall
Dakota.
drug.
Wall drug. That too. I
Yeah.
bought like pretty much like any place we stopped at. I just kind of got a shirt. This place was fucking breathtaking as well.
Fuck, absolutely. You could see for hundreds of miles. I swear, hundreds of miles.
Yeah, it was
Forest
crazy.
fire.
Hell yeah.
Actual forest fire. Hell yeah. First time I've ever been close to one.
It was also really funny with that gas station bit. Where
Yeah, absolutely.
we couldn't. I obviously we couldn't put it in because you know it was like me being more like out of it and serious tone.
Oh yeah.
But it was like it was me having like a heartfelt moment, being like, you know, this is a really great time. You know, having to travel with your friends and stuff, and it really
Yeah.
makes you appreciate like who you
It
care
was
for.
here at this gas station. This shot.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like you open the car and you're like, "There's a fire."
Yep, it's a fire.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually really like stumbling upon that clip of you just like saying, "This is fun," and you're having a good time and you enjoy spending time with your friends. It's like a nice Easter egg. I just inserted a random black frame there.
Oh yeah.
It was just a nice Easter egg to like stumble on as I was editing. It felt really good.
Also, there's that fire.
There's that fire. All the way in Yellowstone. So it took 40 minutes to get from the edge of Yellowstone to our campground.
Yeah.
And you could only travel like 30 miles an hour the whole time.
Yeah, I'm glad that we didn't hit or get stopped by enemy animals, but we did get stopped because of like construction.
Oh
which
yeah,
was
there was
weird.
a ton of like road work going on.
Yeah. And then this was fun because I was putting on the costume and stuff, and like there's people. Keep in mind this campground was like packed. It was like around, I think
Yeah.
Thursday.
I did my
And-
best to make it look isolated, but we were surrounded by campers.
Yeah, and it was very funny because I was like in the scarecrow costume.
Oh
Yeah. Keep in mind we were trying to figure out like we were trying to want like me as like just a gigantic corn, but
We did want you dressed up as corn, but couldn't find a corn costume.
Yeah, unfortunately, like the Spirit Halloween didn't carry big corn costumes, so
Yeah.
we just went with Scarecrow because it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah, it's like it's tangentially the same thing.
Yeah, it works. But then like the people next to us were like, "Hey, what are you doing?" It's like
Yeah.
a film thing is kind of like horror or some shit. It's like cool, tight.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right.
Also,
Yeah.
I did want to mention I couldn't because we were surrounded by campers. I didn't want to scream, so when you hear me yell really loud, I recorded that in my car and then added a bunch of like just audio effects to it to make it sound like I was out there, and the scream was in the woods.
Yeah. Also, nice little fact about this was that I couldn't see, and then because I was like blinded by the flashlight, and then
Yeah. There's that picture.
Oh shit! There he is. There's the fucking guy standing.
Yeah, I was thinking, how can I make this scary? I was like, I'll just throw in a bunch of the corn stuff from previous.
Yeah, like it's all tying together. He's become the corn man.
It's kind of in your face though. It's kind of like, hey, remember this? Remember that?
Remember that? And like this fun like carnival thing, like a little like that shit going on.
Yeah. There it
And
is.
then there it is.
Yeah. I need a vacation from this
From this
vacation. It's what that shirt said.
Fucking goddamn it. And then shit, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the reason why we weren't like smack dab like in the woods was because there are also this shit.
Yeah, just straight up.
Was because there's wolves and bears.
There is. Yep.
Like in Yellowstone, just straight up, like they will just walk up to your tents, or like not even to your tents, but obviously if you go in the woods.
Yeah.
And so we're like, we're not gonna roll.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna go into the
fate.
woods. We're gonna stay close to the campground and just kind of like do stuff at the edge, all the brush, and do these trees.
Like, and then also, it was one of those things that too, along with Yellowstone, was like you had to like make sure to check your tent like when you go outside, because there's like elks. I forgot what they were. I think it was not elks, but it was like near that origin of deer, like that would sit next to your tent.
Yeah. Other things like they also said like you can't have any crumbs of food. Like there can't be crumbs of food because animals will smell it and come to it. And it's like fuck, we gotta clean up we gotta be super clean.
And then I love I think we were making the joke about like, I think you said about how if they do eat like human food, they have to get euthanized.
They do. They told us that if a bear eats human food, they have to euthanize the bear.
And then we're just like joking around with it. It was just like, I think when we were seeing like the mud pots in Yellowstone, we're like, oh, that mud pot can't eat human food. If it does, it gets euthanized.
And if you go to Yellowstone, you can't. We went in and then for like 3 or 4 hours, went around Yellowstone and then split.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just leave. I wanted to add that little jump scare. But I was glad we went to look at all the stuff. But you got to spend like a good weekend. You got to spend a couple days at Yellowstone.
Oh yeah, we spent like you were saying 3 or 4 hours, but that was like not even scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Like it truly takes like fucking days to see like everything.
Oh yeah. Now this episode completely there's no music, and I wanted it to be just scarce and barren. I wanted it to feel like I, as an editor and a filmmaker, was putting less effort into it because you were gone.
Yeah, it was just like a missing.
Yeah. So it's very kind of like, here's everything, and here's what I'm doing. I'm filming because I have to finish this.
Yeah, I had to finish this vlog and everything.
Yeah, I went to the beach. If you've never been to California, the West Coast, the water is always cold. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I go to the beach once in a while, but water's chilly.
I also, I didn't realize I'd never been to a sea. I always been to the lake.
Yeah.
But I never been to a sea, and I did not know how salty the sea was.
You almost don't want to dunk your head in at all, because when you resurface and you try to like clear your eyes of like the water and get it out of your sinuses, you're gonna end up getting salt in your eyes.
Oh yeah, no, it's not the greatest time. It's like someone just splashed your face with salt.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And if you wanna really experience some good coastal water, Florida, I highly suggest Florida. It's almost like bath water in the middle of summer. Really good.
Ooh.
And I'm pretty sure southern parts of America near the Gulf. But I haven't been there, so I can vouch for Florida.
Hell yeah. Fuck it. It should have been a trip to FL instead of LA. Am I right?
Yeah.
Get it? Because like FL's like Florida.
Yeah.
You know, like Orlando. Yeah. Anyway, fucking this shit. This Airbnb was like, the people were nice.
Absolutely, yeah.
But like,
it was a single loft. That was my door. What you see behind me is my door.
Yeah, that's like straight up. That's Corey's door. It was binder clips and a curtain. And I was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
It did not help that there was a shooting like not too far from there.
Yeah, like the second night we heard what we thought was like firecrackers or something, but nah, it was like it was two pops and then car tires squealing. We definitely heard like a drive-by shooting.
Yeah, and then there was like a helicopter, and
Yeah.
like we saw
Granted,
it on the
apparently
news.
helicopters kind of pass over everywhere every night.
Oh, shit.
But the lights, like the spotlights were on this helicopter, and we heard
yeah, they're like,
police like telling people to evacuate.
Yeah, they're like looking for houses and everything. We're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It didn't help either. Like some people
Yeah.
came into the Airbnb too, and like was like right next to us, but they were just new tenants. They were just trying to like move in and everything.
Yeah. Oh, I do want to say that this scene, my goal was to kind of just add to Mitch's mystery disappearance. Like, where is he now?
Yeah.
I wish I kind of like made the audio a little bit better in this scene because it's very hard to hear what I'm saying. But I wanted to make it sound like I'm talking to your mom, Mitch.
Wow.
This was a time. I took my shirt off. I felt like it made me look more vulnerable. I had to listen to like the most inspirational music I can find to make myself tear up, and then pretend I was sad.
What was the music you were listening to, Corey?
I listened to the 50-year. I think it could have been 25. I'm gonna say 25-year anniversary concert for the Miyazaki films. So I listened to a bunch of music by Joe Hisaishi. I think it's Hisaishi. And then I watched the Breath of the Wild trailer because that trailer never fails to make me misty.
Hell yeah.
The audio in this scene is also particularly terrible because that fan is going on behind me.
Oh yeah, that fan. I forgot about that.
I do think if there's anything I didn't love about this whole series, it's the ending. I think it's just I kind of rushed it, and we had an idea for an ending, but we were really getting burnt out, and we kind of just added this. And I think it just kind of happens, in my opinion.
Yeah, it just kind of like we're like fuck, we gotta. I think it happened again where we're just like we fell asleep and we're like fuck, we had to film
because we were supposed to do this the night previous.
Yeah,
but you had to go. You had to leave to the airport.
Yeah, this is when I was like, we had to fucking leave.
Yeah. You hear the corn bit, which you actually will hear throughout the whole series. When you say corn.
Corn.
This is probably one of my favorite audio edits.
I fucking love, because I remember you were telling me about it. Just fucking.
I was telling you that day. I had that plan the whole time to make like popcorn, the sound of popcorn popping, like just exploding out of your mouth. And there's actually some like gunfire I added to that popping noise.
Oh shit.
And then, as is the rest of the series.
That's it.
Oh, I also added Cookie Puss to that at the end.
Oh, right.
But yeah, as does the rest of the series, it ends with the same title card. I only added the Cookie Puss bit in there. I don't want to make it seem like I planned it from the beginning because I didn't. It had nothing. This whole thing had nothing to do with Cookie Puss. But Joe said, "Oh my God, is this some Cookie Puss shit?" After the fourth episode dropped. So I was like, I'm gonna make it about Cookie Puss.
I'm gonna slide it in there.
And if you don't know what the Cookie Puss shit is, I guess you're gonna find out. I guess you have to do some digging.
I would be impressed if someone finds it.
Yeah.
It's mainly about how do I put this in some sentences.
I don't know.
There's a lot.
I feel like we could do a whole commentary on what the inside joke of Cookie Puss is to our whole group.
I would say it is a small joke that evolves and keeps getting bigger. And
it absolutely does.
And it was a bit I did for our friend group, and how it had the same tones as Escape to LA. It was definitely like it started off like, oh, it's just fucking around, to like just creepy, like, oh fuck, weird demonic shit going on.
Yeah.
And that's how it got brought up with Joe, with him being like, yo, is this some Cookie Puss shit? Because I swear to God.
And it kind of was. I mean, it's along the same kind of
parallel
method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then yeah, that was a lot of fun. I don't know if I'll make that public, but who knows?
Yeah.
who to see?
Who knows? Yeah. But that was Escape to LA, and that was quite a process. I'm pretty proud to say, from conceptualizing the idea in April, which is when you confirmed you were going to be traveling across the country with me. I also pitched this idea to you, and we started kind of generally doing a rough grouping and a rough idea of like what was going to be done, like what key points we needed to film. And then the rest of it was like just kind of us actually having a good time.
Yeah, it was just us fucking around, and I was surprised, like, some bits we threw in there that wasn't like a part of what we were writing, and how those worked really well, and it was all a really good time, like the trip, and then also doing this film thing. We definitely kept ourselves busy, which was a really fun time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But just to tie up my thought, because I did go on a tangent. I'm just proud we finished it, and because not you don't get a lot of times where you have a big idea that takes contextually a lot of effort, and finishing it up and wrapping it up and actually putting it out. I'm really impressed that we managed to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I really loved seeing like how you put this all together, and I know there was like some parts like the or the corn palette scene where you're like, okay, this is gonna be like where we're gonna have big edits, and like this swirling music's gonna come up, and then also at the end where it's like, all right, you're gonna have like your mouth open, you're gonna shake vigorously.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see like those actually go into motion, and then like seeing the whole thing. It was very weirdly reminiscent of the trip. So to speak. And
yeah, it was very nostalgic looking through all that footage, and it's weird now. Like my memories of the trip go immediately to the visuals I've seen over and over again editing this.
Oh yeah, that's only things you remember is just like straight up just like what we record.
Just the video. That's all I have left.
That's all you need. That's all you got.
Yeah.
There were certainly like a lot of other places that we went to, that I think weren't too in the vlogs. Like let's see, Vegas.
We went to a casino and we did some gambling.
We did some of that. We were both green at the end of it, which was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. That was pretty solid.
And then Buffalo Wild Wings was a fucking mess. That's a whole story within itself. We could spend like 20 minutes.
They're not authentic New York buffalo wings. All right,
they absolutely not.
Yeah,
0 out of 10. Get that shit out of there.
You could have their other stuff is fine, but don't get the buffalo wings. Just they're not buff. They're not real.
They're not from. Do not expect that shit. If you ever eat from Buffalo Wild Wings and come to Buffalo, do not expect that shit.
They have good other food. I'm sure you must understand. If you know someone from Chicago, they're very serious about their deep dish pizza. If you know someone from Philly, they're very serious about their Philly cheesesteaks. If you know someone from Buffalo, they're very serious about their wings. So,
yeah, and if you have a place that's quote award winning, you're gonna
that pissed me off.
If you were just like, oh, there's just some wings, sure, fucking why not? Yeah. But if you claim that you somehow got awards for your wings, you better fucking step up to the goddamn plate.
Yeah.
And boy howdy, the Wild Wings did not. They didn't even like arrive.
They stepped
like their mom's still in traffic at like on the highway, and they're still like trying to get dressed for the fucking Little League game.
Yeah. Anyway, this has nothing to do with Escape to LA, but
no,
it was a lot of fun, visiting and going across America.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't do it again.
No.
I would fly to a city. I would fly to a city I want to visit. But it's a rough time getting up every morning at however early, and then saying to yourself, I'm going to drive 10 hours today. That's tough.
Oh yeah, no, it was hard. Like
I would say it's life changing.
Yes, it was really cool because we went to a scenic route and we saw like a lot of beautiful landscapes and like different things and a whole lot of different people, and it was really fun. It was a really great experience.
I think we did a good job of keeping this series second to us actually having a good time.
Yeah, it wasn't like this was impeding on like us just having fun like during the trip. It was a really nice like, oh hey, it was like road trip chit chat. It was like, oh, it was like a fun thing for us to do while we drive the roads.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say if you want to do this, do it at least once.
Absolutely.
Like just try, like obviously like not doing the vlog thing or not doing like the comedians getting coffee kind of thing, but just like traveling from New York to LA or vice versa. A lot of fun, at least once, but highly recommend just traveling somewhere via plane or the fastest transportation.
Yeah.
and like just having it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It got exhausting a little sometimes when you just like sit in one position for like hours and hours.
Granted, we did drive 7 days, whereas you can really make it in 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But
still,
do it once.
And
then decide if you really want to do it again.
Absolutely. I can definitely see the RV lifestyle.
Yes.
Of things, because then it's like you just have a house.
Yeah, you just have a house. You have a bed. You got running water right there. You can
we had
get
2
up
seats.
and walk around. We had 2 front seats that were still compact because we had shit from the back seats kind of like fallen into the front seats. Just I packed that car so tight with all the stuff I own.
So tight.
Yeah.
And then
But that was our Escape to LA series. I hope it was enjoyable. I hope anyone who watches it gets something out of it. It was a lot of fun to do something like this. And actually, I do have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun making the kind of, what would you call it, found footage? Although it's not necessarily found footage, because I don't pretend like the editor was someone else. But I do like this kind of foolery of like, hey, it's the real world, but like slowly becomes not.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little distorted.
Yeah.
And all that.
I don't know, because I definitely want to do something like this again in the future. Something that's a little bit maybe more grand and maybe a bit more tailored and crafted. But we'll see. We'll see how that works.
Yeah, we'll see in the near future.
Yeah. But thanks for watching and thanks for listening.
Of course. Hope you had a good time getting to see what me and Corey thought and did throughout the trip. And then also enjoying the videos.
Hell yeah.
As well.
And then maybe the road trip was actually the friends you made along the way.
It could. We made... How many friends did we make? I think we made like 3.
Yeah, we made the Airbnb woman in Minnesota.
Minnesota woman.
The woman from my Airbnb when we landed in LA.
Spirit Halloween woman.
Oh yeah, I gave her my business card and shared with her the Wow Factory channel. So that was Wyoming, I believe.
Yeah, it was like around
Spirit Halloween in Wyoming. If you can remember if you're listening to this, lady, very nice lady from Spirit Halloween in Wyoming, 2 men came through, one with a big bushy beard and one with a camera, and purchased a scarecrow costume from you and said, oh, we're filming and we have a YouTube channel and I gave you my business card. Thank you.
Shouts out to you.
Shout out to you.
You subscribed.
Yeah, I hope you subscribed and I hope you listen to us still.
Yeah, and obviously more to come and all that good shit. And then I would say the Walmart woman. I think she's Walmart. Like a half friend.
She was nice. We chat a little bit.
Oh, fuck. The one old dude that was just like crazy about the Marriott we stayed
at the hotel. Yeah, he was kind of just helped us clean our car.
Yeah, he was just like, man,
although
this
I didn't
breakfast
want
great.
to clean our car. Yeah, his breakfast was great. He was talking about his son, and he started Windexing my car, and it was like
and give us free water.
Yeah,
water bottles.
Yeah, he just wanted to be a helpful father figure, I think.
Yeah, he was definitely our dad. He was.
Yeah. He was our trip dad.
You know, He was a trip dad. He was our road trip chit dad.
Road trip chit dad, yeah.
Chit dad.
Oh my god. All right, I'm officially gonna wrap up this. Just so you know, because you and I can keep going.
Yeah, we could tell about more shit about this trip.
We could talk on and on, but I think that's good for now. Just as is. So thanks y'all for listening, and I hope y'all have a good one.
Same.
All right, cool.
All right.